give answer to that question, and the answers must be, you're supposed to begin to take steps on what you have learned today. I noticed that many of us have learned a lot of things, two of us. I was searching my brain and I was like, like I was, as far as this business is concerned, I just realized that the next step or workness is what a lot of us do not learn how to do or take step on. So workness, your next will determine what you are going to be doing. It can be as fast as you want it, and can, delay. Because in this part of the world, that's why I tell people, I said, there is no only one way to the market. There are many ways. When it comes to marriage, when I'm counseling on marriage, I will tell you, I say, come. I will never tell you to do it like my own, because that will not be the best way for you. But we can find out the best way for you. That is the way I believe it will work. If you now see part of my own, or I see part of your own, that will work, I can borrow it and use it in mine, and make sure that the only desire that we want is to move from where we are to where we want to be. There are spiritual, can I call it spiritual aspects of our business that a lot of people do not understand. Life is in two ways. The way you have the physical, the way you have the what? Spiritual. Some people say the spiritual controls the physical. If you say so, you are right. And if you say the physical controls the spiritual, you are still right. Depending on the angle you are what? You are talking about. But when you say lie, as a video, as it is on earth, so it is. If you look at the way they something like lie, so that means if we look at some of the things we are doing on earth, similar things are also what? Like that. I don't know whether you are getting the deeper understanding of what I am saying. So whichever way, whether the physical control the physical or the physical control the spiritual, you will see that. But you must understand that there is always the spiritual aspect of our business. And many times you must, take control of the spiritual aspect of our business. And the next thing that you see that physical, you need to work as if you are doing jazz. When it comes to building of our business, so many people believe that we use, some people even told us that, because I remember that CJ even came to come and see the jazz we are using. The day he was analyzed that, he actually claimed that they say you are using jazz, and I want to, I didn't even know. And the day he came, I took him to our own house. So I believe that maybe in the night he was expecting to see us coming out and all very close. Until when he did not see so he now opened up that they say you are using their chair, they can't see. And they don't worry. When the kind of people will carry you going. I've been trying to do pranking, but I couldn't even know how to prank because as I'm looking at this man, I think that he wear red clothes. Like the way Mr. Wahab wear red clothes, that if you left the shoe, you will not walk with Mr. Wahab. So you can imagine. But you see, one of the things that you can never underestimate about us is we understand spiritual things. When it comes to spiritual things, we don't joke with them. We understand principles. So your business must be guided by principles. Understand the spiritual aspect of the business. Maybe if that is time, I will take that and help you how you can use your mind to attract what you wanted. We read a book, they call it The Law of Attraction. The secret talks about the law of attraction. Bob Proctor also wrote a huge book on the law of attraction. So when I'm talking about spiritual things, I'm not talking about we go to Selena, then again, we'll be falling off, and those are not the area. I'm talking about the energy that brings about things. Many of us want to become star 8 because we are star 7, I'm talking to star 7 and star 8. So star 7 now wants to become star 8. But the energy that will make it work, you have not gathered it. He said something the truth. You see, Kedi knows what they are doing. They make it times 1, times 5, times 4, times, that's how it goes, it's times 4, times 4. So that means that the energy you use, where is our, you must times, exactly, you cannot use that times 5. Where is times 5, you must take it times 10. Because you are a human being, it fails sometimes. But when it's higher, we are 4. That's why they say that if you shoot to the moon, if you fall,
aim at the moon and land on the stars.
So you have to multiply the energy you want to use. For easy, from star 3, like he says, it becomes star 4 is times 4. Star 4 to star 5 is times 4.
Star 5 times 5.
1,000 times 4. 4,000, you need 4,000. Then star 5 to star 6 is 5. Then 4,000 times 5, making what? 20,000. Then star 6 to star 7, how many? Times 4. That is 80,000. So the energy you use to build star 6, you are using to build star 7, what happens? You know, we understand. It's you understand. It's a lot of us. You understand. But there's something you need to know. Sometimes when things are not working the way you want it, reverse, baby, what? I don't know how you understand it now. So at that time you sit down, you look at the business and life. That is what we did. So you're staying long in a status. Does not mean that it's delaying. You might actually be building the carcass. You might be building the structure. You might, when you are building a house, you come and build the carcass, before you begin to put the expenses. Do you understand me? So like during our own time, when we stay in Ghana, it's not that we have to stay that period. That period that we stay in star 6 years, star 7. No, it was a long time. I don't remember, about 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, we stayed 2 years, star 7. That Shegun and your dad and next us in star 7 together. Don't be like Ghana. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́ ìrìnàjò tó ń wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn oníkàṣẹ́ ọmọ bàbá rẹ̀ do you understand? So at that time, that 2 years was not just, it wasn't a delay time, it was a preparation time. Preparative stage. Whatever, you are not understand. That was the time we were actually preparing for Honorary Chairman. That was what we did. That 2 years was where we were agitating, building the energy, building the capacity. So when we were having invested in it, it was just a result of those times that you were seeing. And that's why if I'm asking anything from God, do you understand? I want it now. But many times it will not happen now. But definitely it will happen. How many of you have ever noticed that?
Yes, ma'am.
But the problem we have is that your waiting time, you joke with it. You don't consistent with the energy. So I told her, it's 8 and I'm not becoming tired, you just relent. And the only thing is that the rubber band, you want to stretch. If you don't continue stretching, if you leave, what will happen?
Go back.
You go back to where it is. Or a locomotor. How many of you know this locomotor, like the generator? That the one ahead. You know if you are winding it, that's the time that you have to increase the energy for the thing to start. If at that time they are supposed to increase the energy to start, you now realize what happens. So that's why a lot of us are delayed. That I'm not to that, and I guess that is one of the training that Sabayon is going to give us. So they say, you know how to go in it. You cannot pay 120,000. You know what it means? 10,000. You know what it means? So, make and that's how I always say that the money you are earning at those times are meant for you to rebuild the business. But when you build it, the business will build you back. And that's exactly what happens to us. I spend money on business, some of you that I spend money on business, some of you that knows. Spend money on building business. And we do not not regret it. Because at the end of the day, the business gave us money back. Some of these things, you know, if not this year, we never had any money to contribute anyone. How many of them have come for our program? You know how it is like this? Because we just believe that we need to make ourselves happy. Some of these things can be done at that your staying time to build business. And like Mr. Shima said, that people that take you to the next, to one level, may not be one that will take you to the next level. It is true. Because sometimes we have what we call management trap. Many of us in Star 7, we are falling under management trap now. Many of us at 8, we are falling under management trap. I've been my lecture already. I've been doing the lecture.
Oh yeah,
once I give you my now,
oh yeah.
I'm not doing lecture anymore. You understand? So I'm already doing my lecture now. So many of us, we are under what's the name? This stage called management trap. How many of you understand that management trap? In one year, network marketing. What do you mean? Yeah, for your 1 year in network marketing, you have not read that book. So you know the problem you have is in that book. All the problem networkers used to have is in that book. Your first year in network marketing. These are the book we bought when we take it to network marketing. So that was why. That I know when I'm falling under management trap. When the thing that you have put yourself to develop after you be able to not to tell you. So you don't know what the language are doing. How are you? How to level? That is it. You have to understand that. It's not maybe you are there like that. That is what will give you the level that you ought to be. So try to understand management trap. The same people you have for the last year, see the same people that you are having, you have problems in this. So new people have to be coming. So now you have this philosophy, you will tell me that come, I will have to go away, you know, as for you for time. Like I know I'm going to pass it in you. Because then so we renew them. And I know when I leaders, I don't hold you. Some of my leaders knows here. I don't, whatever I'm doing, I will teach you, go and do it. You should be able to stand on your own. And thank God I have a lot of leaders there that they don't need us to do things. I admire them. I mean, you didn't have one to 2020. I see most of their team online and I'm like, yeah, this is what we are saying. So all of us cannot just hold it down in one place now, as in, you understand? So if you are building your business, understand management what? Trap. Don't fall into it. It's a trap and it's going to wound you. New blood, fresh blood are the souls that is there, or the life wire of the business, tender and tension. Even in agriculture, it's like that. The old thing shall pass away. The new thing, even the Bible, the scripture also what? Says so. So, new things. So, if there's anything we need to learn, it's how to what? To prove. Every way, anyway. Another thing says, like he said, all those unfaithfulness, integrity, lack of integrity, lack of discipline, that was the people's money, people's money, transfer it because you yourself do not have your own. If you have your own, that's why sometimes when we did our own and there's an error, and when you shout up, you don't know shit, oh, wait, let me shit. There's no problem with you, I was winning. So understand, I was as the innovation and marathon. So kí ni ẹnu wá fún yọ̀ ní ìmọ̀ra? Ìgbà òde tèmi ṣe. Tí má ṣe 10,000 ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ṣé understand? Àgbà tó 10,000 so àwọn tí dash it sef sit down there and listen to all of your guys speaking. You see the way I'm talking? So that is true. I will not even know your point. I cannot know how many points that you deserve. Sit down, let's find out what the problem is. That's what I tell you. And if they are patient with you, I will push up where the problem is. Because be sure that I will never take your own. I'm doing my own. And the fact is that I started like you. So if somebody has told my own, then I will not grow like this. So I will not want to take your own because you should grow. Even if I don't want you, you must grow. Because that is the nature of He's feeling okay, he knows. He can't finish. TV is about that. You educate the 11 people of him. Have you ever gotten to Kedi that you want one product, they say they will not give you? It is there. So PV is in Kedi. Be positive about it. Build the energy. I want to become star A. And plan it like you said. What next? What next? You must have for how many? 3 star 7. And how many PV? 320,000. How many have you have as star 7? Okay, maybe some of us now already have 100,000. Already have up to 200,000. So you know that you needed how many more? 120, 200. Then you look at which leg do you need it. Then you put energy on those legs that are needed. If there is time after the lion, you might need to draw. I will draw it so that it's. But sometimes some of us also don't put right energy in where there is needed. That is why some of us fail on the SSD. There is always a solution to every problem. Understand that. So if your problem is to move from that level to another level, we are consider. Go ahead. He said something from his way. He said he went to Adegbemisoye, he went to SBN. I know that maybe some guys or other than. And look at what they were telling him. And if he's practicing it, it will be like that. Do you understand me? It will be like that. If they are told in 1 year, I believe he will be working on what? On 1 year. But what he was told was what? 10 years. And he's working on 10. Look at the way he's saying it. So he has built energy around it. And if he did not slack around it, just like what I said the last time, that our problem is that when that locomotive is ready to start, we relent. So we will always start all over. If you not relent that energy, you keep working on it on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, monthly basis, yearly basis. Trust me, you will definitely become it. Otherwise, that's what we need. Some of you that know our story here, you know. We always say that. I can't get down with plan. I sat down. I know network. I know difficult and recently they made mistake on my work. Then he said, this is another energy that you have to build. They made mistake on my work and I did the calculation. And they now wanted to pay me manually. Do you understand? They now did the calculation. I already did my work calculation. I know how much they're supposed to come back. So when they did the calculation, they now give me lesser than that amount they're supposed to give back to me. And I said, what happened? They said that is what the system, that system is bad. They said, system cannot like that. It's good. I know the system is parallel. Oh yeah, tell you what the system is. The screenshot is sent to me. I think I need system is parallel. Only you will say, oh, no, that you know, most part of the people are around. Oh, she said, and I sent back the whole whatever. The second day they pay me my money back. And I tell you that there are so many people because that made me to check the type of people's business and I was seeing similar error and they don't know. They don't know. So some of us might now question of that is that 7 months, some of us do not know it and they are losing. They are losing money in those areas. Some of us say we don't know. And you must know. Because I no excuse for I don't know. You know, I always say so that if they bring who do not have electricity in their Lagos, and they say I didn't know that this is naked wire, put hand, what will happen? With the wires clearing that, oh, sorry, you don't know. Support you don't tell. So in this business also, I don't know. You don't know not the open to work. You don't know the business is entering you know the process now. So you must know. Find out all what the next level, what next requires, and know it. Know it. When you know it, take action about it. Simplifies them. Because really, when you are in star 7 and you look at what it takes to become star 8, sometimes you want you to give up. Do you understand? When you go, and you always say the problem is, even after Honorary Chairman, you have faced the problem. If I get experience now, you will still keep facing the problem. parí yàrá sí èyí tí wọ́n mi ń ta lọ́sọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìjà ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. I'm telling you, because there are so many things you have to do to balance, to do this, to get it, so that what has been can continue being. I don't know whether you understand me. So you want to know. No excuse for I don't know. If you don't know in English, find someone that will know Yoruba to explain to you. If you don't know, if you cannot hear Yoruba, is Ijebu. When you shall I find in Ijebu, so that you do what? You know. You must know. Take step. Whatever thing you want to do. Somebody say, if you borrow money to do business. Only if you know what you are doing. What did I say? I never know how to business. When in our parents, a lot of parents are not Shalaga, but not Yawo business. They borrow money to business, not the problem. But most of the problem is calculating effort. No, what's the calculations? Wow, wahala. So when there was wahala for the problem, only that the body will be your wahala. Because people those are more that also enter problem when they borrow some money. They may not be able to pay. So one of the things they do is that they will see that, okay, how do I do? Okay, don't worry. I will be doing normal naira, I will be doing 2 naira, I will shower, I will shower today. Or give me one, let me do it again. Do you understand? Or find another way. I'm just giving wide information. So, whether I use money, whether I don't use money, that is not the problem. If you don't use money, you have other people's money that they want to use. Fine, go ahead. And if it's money that you need them to borrow to use, go ahead. I remember when I was selling I remembered when we called the station, and come and do your business. No, I don't want to build a castle here. I don't want to build a castle here. You know, there's a language there. I don't want to build a castle here. Where I'm not answering. Where is castle meant to be? Where is castle meant to be? It's on the head. Have you ever seen castle before? Have you ever seen castle before? Not the castle, you know, Okoya. Have you ever that's Chevron, Gaza. You saw his castle. The castle is meant to be on the air, but the only thing you need to remember is to build foundation under it. I don't know whether you understand me. No matter what, understand everything that is needed. The energy, the emotional aspects, the social aspects, physical aspects, mental aspects that requires you to move from where you are spiritual elevation to spiritual aspect. So understanding, adding to it, build on it, you will definitely lead that towards that. Understand small things you can do. 10,000 naira is okay, even with the way Nigeria is now. To organize many things for yourself. And you have discussion, just like the way we are having it. And you know what their problem is. And be able to plan to solve the problem. Like today now, we're going to have a time to talk about our challenges and discuss how we are going to solve them one by one. Because we are moving into 2027. 2027, government will change. Even if the government that is there, like the come back, anyhow, government will share what? Will change. So many things will change. And your life is supposed to change, not for negative, but for what? So what we are doing today now, not just for today, but we are already preparing next year and then. I pray that God will help us as we move on. Mr. CJ, I am true, it's where I am. So I will call it Mr. Biden. Okay, Mr. Shima has to say something.
Somebody asked a question.
What is the question?
So